stop. Before you skip this, answer one question honestly. When was the last time you genuinely could not put down a game or a show? Now, when was the last time studying felt like that? And before you say it, no, it is not because you are lazy. It is not because you lack discipline. It is not because you were born this way. It is because the video game has something your textbook does not. It has a feedback loop. You are not addicted to the game itself. You are addicted to the constant, tiny hits of dopamine that the game is feeding your brain every few seconds. A coin, a level up, a new achievement. Your brain is sitting there going, yes, more of that, keep going. And you do, for 4 to 6 hours. Now, what if I told you that you could hijack that exact same biological reward system and point it directly at your hardest subjects? What if your brain started craving your notes the same way it craves the next notification? I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. This is the feedback addiction protocol. Here's the real reason you hate studying, and it has nothing to do with the subject. Studying feels like invisible progress. You sit down, you read for an hour, you close the book, and you feel absolutely nothing. No signal that you did anything, no proof that you moved forward. Your brain registers that as pointless effort, and it starts resisting it the next time. But in a game, progress is never invisible. You see the health bar go up, you see the numbers climb, you see the reward land in real time. So the first principle of this protocol is simple. We have to make the invisible visible. Here is how you do it. Stop saying you are going to study physics for 2 hours. That is a death sentence for your focus. Instead, break everything into what I call micro-quests. Solve 3 problems. That is one quest. Summarize 1 page in your own words. That is another quest. Each quest should take less than 15 minutes to complete. Why 15 minutes? Because the moment you check that box, your brain releases a small shot of dopamine. It is not huge, but it is real. And here's where it gets interesting. Once you chain 4 or 5 of those checkboxes together, you have built a winning streak, and your brain does not want to break a winning streak. That is the addiction beginning to form. You are not forcing yourself to study anymore. Your own biology is pulling you forward. Now let us talk about why most people cannot even get started. Video games are built around easy entry and high challenge. You pick up the controller and within seconds, you are in the world. Studying is the opposite. It is high entry and low reward. Before your brain will even consider choosing the book over the phone, you have to remove the friction. Here's what that actually looks like in practice. Before you sit down to study, put your phone in a different room. Not on the desk, not in your pocket, a different room entirely. This is not optional. Your brain is a dopamine-seeking machine. The moment it sees that phone sitting there, it will spend the entire session quietly negotiating with you. Just one reel. Just for a second. And you will lose that negotiation every time because the phone always wins in the short term. Remove the option entirely. Once you are sitting down and the distractions are gone, do not just read. Reading is passive, and passive engagement breaks the feedback loop. Instead, every 10 minutes, you close the book and you try to say out loud everything you just absorbed. Treat it like a boss fight. If you cannot explain the concept back to yourself clearly, you lost the round. You go back in, you reset, and you fight again. This is called active recall, and it keeps the addiction alive because you are constantly testing yourself, constantly winning small battles, and constantly getting that chemical signal that says you are progressing. Now, I need to give you the warning, because most people are going to hear this and then do none of it. Most students are what I call NPCs. They sit down, they highlight everything in yellow, they read 3 pages while thinking about what to eat later, and then they wonder why they failed the exam. They touched the work, but they never engaged with it. They are dabblers, and dabblers get dabbler results. If you want to be different, you have to be willing to embrace the friction in those first few minutes. The addiction does not start immediately. There's a warm-up period where it feels hard and uncomfortable. Push through that window, because here is what is waiting on the other side. The moment you solve a problem that felt completely impossible 20 minutes ago, the feeling you get is not just relief. It is dominance. It is a level of satisfaction that no reel, no notification, and no game has ever given you. That is a feeling worth chasing. That is what you are building toward. Not just better grades, a brain that is wired to win. So that's it for today. If you're new here, subscribe. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for all the love and support. See you in the next video. Bye.